Tricia and welcome to my channel. Today I'm just doing a vlog for you. So it's basically going to be me just preparing some things that I want for tonight or even for tomorrow. And all the things that I'm going to be doing are going to be obviously edible things, but they're going to be things that are going to be that need to be refrigerated. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on this, and then I'm going to stick them in the refrigerator and hopefully bring it all out and finish them so we can enjoy them. So I've got these recipes. One of them is going to be a drink, and it's called Tinta de Verano, which means summer hue or summer tint. But the other two items are going to be a cucumber salad or cucumber and onion salad, and then I'm going to make some cookies, some oatmeal cookies. And if you watched me clean out my pantry, I mentioned that I had gotten some stevia because I wanted to make some low sugar desserts for my parents as well as for myself and my husband, but mainly for my parents. My dad's diabetic, and I want to make him some treats so that he stays away from the other sugary things, and he can enjoy this, what I'm going to make, and hopefully it comes out wonderful because I've never made it before. But this is going to be a no flour, and which is great for me, and no sugar peanut butter oatmeal cookie. Okay, and I got this recipe off the internet, and I think I got it from a video. I don't remember because I got it a long while back, but if I do remember if I got the video, I'll go ahead and link it at the bottom. If not, if it happens to be in a link to a page, then I'll link that. And the cucumber salad, the onion and cucumber salad, this is something I knew from some time back, but I did look it up to make sure that I remembered it correctly. Okay, this particular drink that I'm going to make, the Tinta de Verano, needs some sangria. And sangria is a red wine with some citrus, and some fruit flavors in it. Let's see, what else would it have in there? I guess some grapes, because it does have some pictures of some grapes in it. But this is pretty much what a sangria is. It's just a enhanced red wine. And this one, it wasn't very expensive at all. I think I paid $5 for this bottle at my grocery store. It does say it's imported from Spain. So I thought, hey, I'm gonna get this. It's not gonna be expensive. I don't care to pay too much money for something that I don't even know if I'm gonna like it. And it's an alcoholic beverage, so I don't really mind it. And let's see, it's got 7% to 10% by volume, whatever that means. That's the alcohol. But anyway, I don't mind the alcohol in it, and it's not too much in there, so I think I will enjoy it. But when you're making a little fizzy drink and it's just for home, you don't have to worry about the cost of an item as long as it's kind of tasty. So we're going to find out. This is basically me finding out if I like this. Now, it also asked for a Fanta made with lime, a lime Fanta. Now, I couldn't find a lime or lemon Fanta. I found orange and other flavors. So I thought, well, maybe I'll get a Sprite or something. But then I saw this lemonade. So I decided, oh, I'm going to use lemonade because my husband does like lemonade. And, he'll probably want to drink this another day. So, besides in the drink. So I thought that would be a good deal, because if I got any other lemony drink and I'm not going to use the whole thing, it's just going to go to waste. By the way, this is a vlog. This is not a tutorial. So I'm going to talk a lot. Okay. So then I need an orange for this, and I wanted a Valencia orange, but all I found was a navel in my grocery store. It looked like some of the stuff was needed to get out of there, and they need to put some fresh stuff in there. So I was a little concerned about grabbing. So I grabbed 3 of them actually to make sure that I at least got one good one. And then I needed 1 lemon, but I grabbed 2 just to make sure. This other stuff is for the other item that I want to make, which is going to be the cucumber and onion salad. But let me get this done first. So I got a pitcher here with some ice, and it's just a little more than halfway of ice. And there's no exact measurement to this, so you can make it, to your flavor, to your taste. I'm gonna pour about, I think I'm gonna go halfsies, because that might look pretty, which might be the whole bottle. Yeah, let's go a little bit more. There we go, and then I'm going to add some of this. Oh, actually, I think I'm supposed to add the citrus fruit in there first, so let's move this out of the way. And you're supposed to cut this into little wedges so that it looks really pretty inside of the pitcher. And this is why I didn't want a navel orange, because it has like that thick white bit on it, and of course that's not too pretty. So you want an orange that has I have a little plastic bag here where I'm throwing the trash, so that's what that noise is. Yeah, so you want an orange that has a thin, you know, peel on it so that it will look pretty. I've already washed these, by the way. I washed my oranges, my lemons, my cucumbers. I didn't wash the onions. But anyway, I'm just going to cut into little wedges, like so. Look how pretty that is. And I'm just going to give it a little bit of a squeeze. Toss it in. Toss that in. Get the little, if there's any seeds in there, get them out. And I also took off a little bit of that white pulpy part on the inside. That's not the pulp, that's just, I don't know, what is that? What is that? What is that white casing, outer part of that encases all that pulp? Okay. I'm not too prepared because, you know, like I said, this isn't a tutorial. This is just me doing stuff. I really wanted to go to Home Depot and go buy me a little hoe and a pruner, a little scissors to prune flowers out there, and also to clean out an area that I had already cleaned out. And we bought some stones and we were gonna work on them today, but my husband went to work. He had some work that he needed to finish for this week, so he went to work and he's still there. We got up early and went to breakfast with my parents. And then, oops, this is supposed to go into my jar. That already looks really pretty. Okay. And I'm going to cut up the lemon the same way. But yeah, so I want a hoe to clean up that area because I cleaned it up. I actually got this big heavy shovel and I scraped weeds and little grass things out of there. The weed is not grown back, you know, whatever it was, but the weedy grass has, because it's been raining and my husband hasn't had a chance to set those little the little pavers is what they are, those stones. They're not stones, they're pavers. Anyway, he hasn't had a chance to set them up because we were going to do that today, but he had to go to work. And it's already 3:20. I called him. Actually, I texted him a while ago, and he said an hour and a half, so it's been about a half an hour, so maybe in another hour he'll be gone. But I thought I'd have this nice, refreshing drink. I'm going to put it in the fridge. It's going to be cold already because it's got ice. So we'll taste it. But I had also told him that I was going to make the cookies. And I think he's looking forward to trying those because anything that sounds healthy, he's all for it. So now I'm just taking off the seeds. But anyway, that shovel is really heavy for my hands. And the thick, the pole on it is really thick. So it was really heavy. But I did it. And I was so proud of the clean job I left there, but now these little weeds and grasses grew back. So I'm gonna get a little hoe so I can, dig that out and clear that area again. And then we can put those pavers and create a little walk to our little storage room. All right, I have a spoon somewhere. There it is. And I just grabbed this so that I could kind of push things in, pretending I'm making a mojito. Okay, so now we want to add the lime drink or lemonade here. But I don't know if we're going to get to go to Home Depot. But since I have to put all this in the refrigerator, and I think the cookie dough even for about an hour. If he gets home at the time that he said, we might go ahead and run over to Home Depot. If he's not too tired, I really don't want to have him. I could just go myself. My car's out there. I thought he had taken mine, but he took his. I could have just gone. Oh, let me tell you why my day, if you even didn't know, because I didn't mention this, but my day kind of got wasted away doing nothing until now because I decided to watch this series on Hulu. It's called The Act. I don't know if any of y'all have heard it. It's that Gypsy Rose girl story, her mama's story. But anyway, I won't, tell you. But it was in the news everywhere, so it's based on, real events. But anyway, it's a series and it's 8 episodes. And I thought, well, I'm going to start watching that. Last night I went to bed and I said, I'm going to watch a couple of them and I'll probably get really sleepy because I have a little tablet on this long stand that I have that glides under my bed, but then I can adjust it if I'm lying down. Adjust it and I can just lay there and watch it and then just turn it off and push it out of the way. But anyway, I could not sleep last night. I thought, well, it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. I said, you know what? I've watched like, I don't know, 4 or 5 episodes. I don't know how many I had watched at that point, but I thought, I'm going to stop this. I couldn't stop watching it. It was very good, at least to what I thought was really good. And so I decided I need to sleep. Maybe this is keeping me up. And normally I'll watch some YouTube videos before I go, and I get like really sleepy at night, or I'll watch some that are very relaxing. Sometimes people are just talking, they're talking about their garden or something very relaxing. Or I'm watching those where there's this one that I love to watch, and they're in India and they're cooking, but nobody's talking. There's no narration to the video. There's not even any music. You just hear them chopping up things and you hear the birds in the background and everything. And everything they're making looks really good. So anyway, those are the videos that I kind of watch, and they soothe me and they help me, want to sleep if I can't sleep for some reason. But anyway, I decided to watch a series. And at 3 o'clock in the morning, I turned it off, roll over to my side, and I said, okay, I'm just going to sleep. Nope. I would not fall asleep, you guys. So I said, you know what? I can't sleep anyway. I'm going to continue watching this, and I'll probably fall asleep at some point. I never did. It was 7:45 in the morning by the time that 8th episode ended. And we had to get up anyway because we planned to meet my parents for breakfast at 8:30. So what the heck? And so I had been awake all day yesterday, of course, no nap, nothing. And then all night long, and then up till about, 11 o'clock or so, I decided I'm gonna relax and take a little nap. And I tried taking a little nap, didn't work. And then I don't know where, maybe around 2 o'clock is when I finally did take a little nap. So I woke up and I'm like, oh my God, my whole day. I texted my husband, he said, no, another hour and a half. So I said, well, I'm gonna do my little video. Okay, that's my story. That's story time. Okay, that's ready to go. I want to taste it, you guys. Let me get a little glass. Here's something cute that I can pour it in. Oops. Try not to pour it all over the counter. Oh, and I think it would be nice to put a couple of little ice cubes in the glass as well. So you can serve this. I think this would be nice, like for a brunch, like instead of a mimosa. Ooh. This is great because if you do want to have something, with an alcohol in it, but you don't want it to be like strong or anything like that, and you want to just kind of give it a sweetness or some sort of, this isn't really sweet, this is refreshing. This is very refreshing, I'm going to say. So I'm going to recommend this, guys. You need to make that Tinta de Verano. Summer hue is what I'm calling it because that kind of translates. I'm going to put my glass over here because I do want to continue drinking that. I have a little bit left over and the lemonade as well. Just going to push them out of the way here. Okay, so my cucumber salad, I'm just going to look at it real quick. It's sliced cucumber, sliced onion, water, vinegar, and sugar. And the water, vinegar, and sugar are supposed to be equal parts. And I thought to myself, I'm going to use a cup of water, a cup of vinegar, and a cup of sugar seems like a lot. So I thought, well, maybe I'm going to do half a cup of sugar and see how that tastes. And I'm going to cut up maybe 2 cucumbers for now and 1 of these onions because I want to see how much of the liquid is going to actually cover this up because it needs to be like immersed in there. And I got these little containers. Oh, I'm also going to try using the stevia instead of regular sugar. I've done this before, and I've done it with sugar, but I just don't remember what ratios I used. But I used it with real sugar, and I loved it. And then after I chilled it in the refrigerator and I took it out, I chopped up some little cherry tomatoes and I added it on top, and it was so good. Got a little sweet vinegary taste to it. So if you want that flavor, you would love this. So anyway, I got these at the Dollar Tree. These are for cupcakes, you guys. And I got a bunch of these during the baby shower because I had made the cupcakes ahead of time, and I didn't want anything to happen to them. They needed to cool off, and then I needed to cover them. So I had put them in here. They were $1 each. I bought like 8 of them. Put all my cupcakes in there and covered them up, and then I decorated them. So I still kept them in here after they were decorated and covered. So then I just served a few on the table, whatever everybody ate. And then I still had, like, you know, some that were still, you know, in the little container. So I had my son and my daughter-in-law take one of them with them. I don't remember who. And I gave my neighbor some cupcakes as well. So I said I only got 3, so I gave away like 5 of them. So anyway, I'm going to use these to put my cucumbers and my onions in there because I thought that would be great. And I'm going to use stevia instead of regular sugar because I want to take this over to my mom and my dad so they can try them out because they haven't had these. So I don't know. I'm going to take some over, but I don't want to put like real sugar because my dad, his last doctor visit, his sugar was really high because he's been naughty. Okay. So now we're trying to, what is this? I'm going to listen to this little message from my husband and I'll be back. Okay, so I don't remember if I peeled my cucumber or not. So I'm just going to go ahead and just slice it, but I'm going to make it nice and thin. Oh, I wanted to use this bowl for that to start it all off. So I'm going to take all this out of here. And I'm just going to give it a little bit of a rinse just to make sure that it's like any little bits from the onion didn't stay in here. Even though I'm going to put onion, but I mean, like, you know, like the peel or the little roots down here. Okay, so I don't need this oranges and the lemon. And let's start cutting this up. I want to thank all of the new subscribers, by the way. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for the thumbs ups, everyone. I really appreciate it. If you could please do that if you watch my videos, please give me a big old thumbs up because that really helps. Not only the views, but the thumbs up. It really helps to keep my channel going. When I first started doing my channel, I didn't even think about monetizing or anything like that. And I was just doing, you know, a video here and there. And I was doing just cooking at the beginning because, you know, I was cooking for my husband and I used to post the pictures of my process on my Facebook page. Once, you know, friends started asking, well, where's the recipe? So I started doing that. And then every picture was a step, and then I put what I was adding or whatever. So I had to follow this little picture process of what I was doing. Anyway. So then I remembered I have a YouTube channel. Why don't I use it? You know, because I had another one under another, I think it was Tricia in Texas. And I was putting like concert stuff that I went to go see at David Archuleta because I had been in a David Archuleta fan club. He was on American Idol. And I met a lot of really great people. Diana Garcia, if you're watching this, hello. Anyway, I'm going to continue chopping this up. I think I'm going a little long here and I don't want it to be too long, my video. But anyway, I had the channel, but then I ended up making another one because I thought I was going to put some stuff up, but I never did. And that's when I named it Tricia Texas Lady because that's what I was actually going by on the fan site. But I never posted any new stuff on that. So I had that since 2012, I believe, the channel that I'm using now. The other one is like, I don't know, 2008 or something, or 10 or something. Anyway, not that long, not that old. But anyway, I said, hey, I have a channel. Why don't I just start just making these into videos rather than just pictures and put them on YouTube. And then, you know, just put the link there on my Facebook so everybody can go, you know, watch what I'm doing. So that's how I started off. But then I said, you know what, I want to do some little crafts. So I started doing little crafts, but I wouldn't put craft videos often. It would be ever so whatever. And then I realized that people were watching the craft videos. And I said, well, heck, I'm going to do more. But you know, craft, you know, food you have to buy, you know, regardless. So I was doing things that, you know, I was going to make anyway. So it wasn't like I had to go buy any supplies for that, you know, food. I was already buying groceries. But for the crafts, I had spending more money. And then I got to the point where I could monetize. So I decided, well, I'm going to try this out, see what I get. Maybe I'll get a little, you know, a little bit, you know, to maybe help me out a little bit. But then, you know, it started growing, and then I said, well, shoot, I have to make some better quality videos, and I need a camera, and I need new editing software, and I'm getting a new laptop, etc. So, you know, that's why I'm monetizing it, because it helps me pay to do all these crafts that I'm doing. Because a lot of stuff, I mean, I don't need it, but now that I'm posting every week, and then in Christmas, when I was posting, you know, right before Christmas, I was posting so much. Okay, I got one done here. So I'm going to go ahead and get the 1 cup of water, the 1 cup of vinegar, and the sugar. And then I'm going to cut you guys, and I'll come back in a little while. Okay. I just want you to see. Can you see? Yeah, this is not in your way. Okay, I'm going to do a cup of vinegar. And I stole my pitcher that I have there. I have more vinegar in case I need some. I think I got another cup in here almost. The pitcher that I use for that, I put my water in it. But I emptied it out. And it's purified water, so I wasn't going to just dump it out. So I got myself a big glass here to drink from, and then I put the rest of it in here. But I'm going to go ahead and use that since it's already cold. I'll save this for my husband when he gets home. I've actually not even drank from the bottle, so I could actually have poured it from there. Okay, so this is a cup of water and a cup of vinegar, white vinegar, but you can use apple cider vinegar, you guys, and Okay, so my camera had cut off, I don't know at what point, but I was saying that I think the last time that I did it, I put the sugar in a little bowl before putting the cucumbers in there. Put it in the bowl and then pour like warm to hot water in there. That'll help dissolve the sugar first. Add your vinegar, all of that, chop up everything, put it in there, but then, you know, it'll be cooled off. And then let me cut up some onion because I want to see how much. And the onions, I'm just going to do slices. Okay. All right. Put it in front. I don't think you can see that, but just break them up like that. And I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add the other cucumber, and I'm going to add this 1 whole onion to this. And I want you to see how it kind of looks so far. Just the onions right now, the cucumber, well, pretty much all the ingredients, but just a smaller amount than what I'm actually going to make. I'm going to stick this in the fridge and let that start getting cold, and then I can take some to my parents and some for dinner for us here, you know, for on the side. I got a rotisserie chicken that I also got, so that's, I want to make some little taquitos or something with that. Okay, so I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to cut away, give the camera a little break, also to make this a little, well, it's already long, but then I'll make the cookies. Okay, so I'll be back. Okay, I'm gonna make the cookie dough, even though it has no flour. I'm gonna get that prepared because it has to chill before I form it into little balls. Let me tell you what the ingredients are, the measurements. It's gonna be 2 cups of peanut butter, and I'm gonna be using creamy, 2 cups of oats, 2 eggs beaten, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and 2 cups of stevia. Now let me tell you, and the cucumbers, by the way, the half a cup that I used to the 1 cup of water and 1 cup of vinegar ratio was perfectly fine for me. I feel like the stevia has a little bit of a sweeter taste than, almost like powdered sugar. I don't know if you know this, but I know that the Splenda, it's like cup for cup. And I thought I read that for this as well, like whatever you measure, it doesn't really explain that. But what I'm going to do, instead of using 2 cups of it, I think I'm just going to use 1 cup, because the peanut butter that I got does contain some sugar in it anyway, so I think that'll be enough to just give it a little sweetness. Also, what else was I going to say? Yeah, that was it. I was trying to remember that. Oh yeah, this is what I was going to say this. I got these little containers, and I think when the cucumber is ready, I'm going to put some of it in this to take to my parents, and I'll put whatever we don't eat. I have a smaller container, or I have another one like this one. But I think I'm also going to chop up some little cherry, or I have some grape tomatoes. I have like little yellow and like little maroon and red ones, and I think I'm going to drop a few of them in there just to give it a little bit of a color in the container when I take it over there to them. Anyway, I just wanted to show you that because that's a good thing to store that in. Okay, so I have a ton of stuff here on my counter. I got this peanut butter. I got this brand Smart Balance because it says it has omega-3s, and I thought, well, you know, this might be good. But if you're really cutting down on sugar, like really cutting down, you might want to see if there's an organic one maybe that doesn't have any sugar. Maybe the only ingredients in there will be peanuts, and sometimes maybe just a little bit of salt. This has peanuts, cane sugar, salt, and molasses. And it even has an oil blend, which is palm fruit and flaxseed oils. Flaxseed's good for you, so I think that's a good deal. So I'm going to try this one. I bought 2 jars because I thought I'm going to make double the amount so that I can take a bunch of them to my mom and my brother, or my dad and my mom and my brother, and then for my husband and myself. And I don't know why I didn't open this ahead of time. There we go. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see, because I felt like my husband's like, is that enough, 2 cups? And I said, yeah, this is 2 cups of peanut butter at least. I'm gonna taste this, you guys. Y'all are probably thinking, you say to everything. This tastes very peanutty. Meaning it doesn't taste very sweet at all. It's actually got a very nice kind of, it's not a heavy peanut buttery taste like you would like Jif or something. Like even like those brands kind of have almost a honey taste to them, or maybe I bought honey peanut butter or something, I don't know. Anyway, I usually buy my store brand, but I decided to go with that one because it was only like 70 cents more than my store brand. And you know, the fact that it said omega-3 on it just kind of made me think, oh, maybe I should get that. Okay, so what should I measure first? Let me do the 2 cups of peanut butter first, because it's sort of a wet ingredient. Let's get that in there and measure it. And it's very like, it's not like really thick and heavy like regular peanut butter. And I'm liking that because I feel like that's gonna be good to mix around. And I feel like Smart Balance is like a national brand. That's not even 2 cups, that's just maybe 1. So yeah, and it almost cost me $5 for this container, like $4.90 something. Well, yeah, I might as well say $5. But I told my husband, well, you know, they're gonna be hopefully really good, healthy cookies. So I think $5 is worth, because the oatmeal and the other, I mean, stevia can be, you know, I paid $5 for this big bag because it was my store brand. But I think it costs like $7 or $8 to get a national brand. So obviously it costs a lot more than just regular sugar. But I think if you're watching, you know, if you're diabetic, which is unfair that you have to pay extra for things, but you know, it's kind of worth it. And if you can do this for somebody, if you're not doing it for yourself, do it for somebody else. If you can, you know, splurge, treat someone. So I'm hoping if these come out really good, and my dad, everybody likes them, my husband likes them, I'm going to be probably making them, if not every 2 weeks, maybe once a month at least. Because as soon as I find another dessert kind of a thing that I can make, that'll be nice, that they'll like, then I'll switch it around. Okay, so I got as much as I could out of this, and it was exactly 2 cups. By the way, 26 ounces, 1 pound, 10 ounces is how much is in this container, and that did the 2 cups. Okay, so now I need 2 beaten eggs, right? Yes. Throw those in there. And I want to do a double batch, but I'm doing 1 batch in front of you guys, and then I'll do the other one, and I'll put both of them together in the one bowl. 2 teaspoons, forgive me, I'm gonna burp there. Maybe from that sangria. I had breakfast at 8:30 in the morning, probably 9 o'clock, 9 a.m. By that, you know, when they brought it to us and I started eating it. I have not eaten since then, you guys. Breakfast can fill me up, but usually by 2 o'clock I'm eating it. It's already 4 o'clock, you guys. Okay, so that's why I'm hungry. Okay, so I got peanut butter, eggs, and the vanilla, which are my wet ingredients, and I'm gonna mix them up together. Oh, and I've got some extra stuff that I'm gonna put in there. Maybe some dark chocolate chips would be good also. Or cranberries, like dried cranberries, just to give them a little something different. But I do know that oatmeal goes really well with cranberries. I don't know about peanut butter, but peanut butter goes well with raisins. And I love raisins, so I got some of that, because raisins are also good for you. But again, you want to check and make sure that the person has not been restricted and told, no, you can't have. My dad was not restricted that he couldn't have raisins. He's been restricted to bananas. You cannot have bananas because they're too high in potassium, and I guess potassium turns into sugar. I'm not sure, but I used to know. I don't know the reason anymore. Y'all probably do. Comment down below. Anyway, I was talking about my channel, so I was saying that I wasn't monetizing, but now I am, and I've been monetizing definitely all of 2017. So I think I started late 2016, like maybe like in November. I went ahead and I applied because I had enough subscribers in, and then my subscriber count jumped. 2017. Okay. So that really helps out my channel, so that I can afford things. That's what the point of the whole conversation. So please give me a big old thumbs up. Where's my little cup to measure my sugar? I had a little white 1/2 cup measurement thing here. Oh boy. Guess where my little measuring cup is? In the bag, you guys. Okay, so I said I was gonna half it. So instead of this is a 1/2 cup measurement, by the way. So instead of 2 cups, I'm gonna do, oh my gosh, I'm gonna do 1 cup. It flew up. It's like powdered sugar. It just went up and, woohoo. Or should I do 1.5 cups? Let me do, taste the sweetness then after that. Ooh-wee. I'm glad I'm not using it. My stand mixer. Where is it? Oh, there it is. I decided I'm going to get some workout. I'm going to cut to where this is all blended. Okay, I think I've got it as blended as I can. Now I can add the oats. And that would complete this particular recipe for the no flour, no sugar, peanut butter oatmeal cookies. Okay, so this is what it looks like so far. You gotta add the oats. But I mentioned that I'm gonna add raisins, and I tasted this already. I can taste the stevia, the sugar. So I don't think I'm gonna put any more because the raisins do have a sweetness, and I think it's enough to sweeten the oats as well. But if you feel like you want to put a little bit more, or if you want to use actual sugar, go right ahead. But then it's not going to be a healthy cookie, right? Or it might be. Depends on your sugar levels. Okay, but maybe you don't need to watch your sugar, but you do need to watch your gluten, your flour. So obviously this doesn't have any in there. I'm going to do 2 cups. Now this is just old-fashioned oats, so they're the nice thick ones. But if you don't like that, use the quick oats. You know, they're smaller. I don't know if you want to use the steel cut oats. They're a little bit more, I guess a little smaller than that, or more cut up. It's up to you if you want to put it in your processor and make them smaller. I don't know, it's up to you, because everybody has a different taste, like textures and things like that. I love the texture of oatmeal, so this is what we get, the old fashioned. So I need 2 cups. This is a half a cup measurement, so I'm gonna do 4. This is not a tutorial, it's a vlog. So I'm gonna do a lot of talking. Oh, you guys, speaking of, I don't know, I had someone comment, because it's sort of a talking, right? And she said, hey, can I have your address? I want to send you a letter. So well, my husband and I were talking, and I decided that I'm going to get myself oh my goodness, I'm just making a big old mess. Add whatever amount of raisins you want to put in here, by the way. I've got 3 little boxes here, and these are all 1 ounce, so it's 3 ounces of raisins. I have more. I have 6 little boxes, actually. It was cheaper to buy them in like little packages like this. And not only that, but I like to sneak off one of these little bits at night, you know, when I get a little hungry, instead of, you know, eating something bad. I eat some raisins. And they have iron, which I have a low iron, so this is good for me. So, and I love them. I just love them. Okay, I'm going to use 3 ounces of raisins, but use as much as you want. Maybe I'll use more, because no, I'm not, because I need the other ones for the other batch. So if I wanted more, I should have bought more raisins. Okay, this I'm just gonna work it real good. Okay, so another thing that I wanted to put in here, because I want them to be like really kind of a hearty cookie. I don't want them, even though it's going to be a healthy cookie, I don't want us to be grabbing, well, let me grab 4 of them, you know, or whatever, or 5. I thought, you know, I want the cookie to be filling, like maybe a couple of cookies would be nice to grab, or 1, I don't know, but I'm just going to put that over here because I'm going to make another batch. All right, so I decided I'm going to add some walnuts. You like pecans. Now I have a recipe, and I think I have a video where I've already done these cookies, where I make oatmeal cookies. And I add walnuts and dried cranberries. I call them craisins because it's a brand that I buy. These walnuts are so good. But anyway, I have just a regular cookie, and I make it in the fall, like Thanksgiving. My family loves them. But they're so hearty, you just grab 1. Because it's got, I think I put chocolate chips, the dark chocolate chips. And I put walnuts, and I put craisins in there. So it's got the oatmeal. So it's very, very nice and filling cookie. And I make like a big mounds. So it makes a big cookie, so everybody just grabs 1. But you know, you want more, but it's very filling. So I think I have if I don't have the video, it's because I'm sure that I probably just put it on my Facebook maybe, and it wasn't a video, it's just like pictures. So if I don't, I'll just redo it. But if I do, and I remember, I'll link it down below. Okay, I'm just cracking these walnut pieces in my hand, and I should have probably put them on my little cutting board and pounded them to break them. These are like almost halves. They are delicious. I get these at, they're the Members Mark from Sam's, the club. So we get this big bag. Well, my husband does, but anyway, regardless whether he gets it or I get it, but we get this big giant bag. My husband puts in his oatmeal every morning. All right, you guys. I'm just gonna mix it up really good, okay? I'm gonna cover it up with plastic wrap, which is what I did to the other bowl with the cucumbers. And then I'm gonna put them in the fridge. And the reason that you put this in the fridge, and oh my goodness, that walnut bits on me, is so that you can then grab it and then roll them in your hands. And I feel like I could pretty much do that right now. I guess it depends on the humidity and you know how warm it is where you are, but if it's a nice cool day, you could probably skip the part where you put them in the fridge, because this will make a nice little ball. I probably want to make them a little bit bigger than what I'm showing you right here. This is like a 1 inch here, maybe 2 inch or a little bit more. Make nice sized ones. Maybe I'm just gonna make one batch, you guys. Anyway, look. And then we're gonna put them on the cookie sheet, use a fork, and then squish them down. And then we'll bake them at 350, I think 15, 20 minutes, they said. So we'll see. You guys, I'm gonna go ahead and continue mixing this up. And if it's not too squishy, I'll just go ahead and start making my little balls and start baking them. Okay? So I'm gonna cut here. Yeah, and finishing my thought, I'm gonna get a P.O. box, you guys. So as soon as I get one, I'll link it down below. So if you guys want to send letters or some pictures, I do have my email, which you could do that also. That's already linked down below. But if you feel like you want to send a physical letter, then you can do that. Not only that, but I'm getting some emails from some people that would like to send me some products to try out. And I don't know if I want to trust anybody right now. I don't know who. So I don't have no sponsors, by the way. None of this, any brands I may have mentioned, or any sponsors. But I'm going to get a P.O. box pretty much for that reason, so that if they do want to send products and they want me to try them out, I will. But I'm not going to do anything with any intent of saying, yeah, I'll give you a good positive review. It's going to be whatever they send me, I'm going to try it. If they do, if that happens, and they agree to that, I'm going to do an honest review on it. I'm not going to do anything, you know. They can send me the free product. I'm not buying anything. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to get a P.O. box soon. Hopefully go Monday if I can, or Tuesday if I can get myself to actually do it. Actually, I have to send off a package for my husband. But anyway, talk. I'll be back. All right, so 1 hour later, when I finished mixing this up, my husband happened to get home at that time, so I put this in the fridge and we went to go do our little errand that I needed to go do. We actually ended up stopping at Dairy Queen, so I got that. And so I put my rotisserie chicken, which had cooled off, I put it in the fridge. So this has been in the fridge for at least an hour, and I've already gone ahead and I've made some little balls on this sheet right here. And I could go and do both and stick them at the same time, but I'm going to test this first. And I've already got it at 360. It's already heated up. So I'm going to go put these in there. Okay. And I'll start forming some more balls on this other cookie sheet. And I've got a parchment paper over them, by the way. And I did spray them with a baking spray. So making them about so big. Putting 3, so 4 rows, and then that will make 12. Oh, I forgot something. I guess it's fine if you just throw them in there like that, little ball shape. But let's do this real quick. I forgot. And that was to press it down with a fork. Make it a little bit bigger. There we go. And by the way, remember this was a video I saw for these cookies, so I'll link it down below. You can take a look at it yourself. All right. This one's kind of falling apart. That's okay. There's a lot of raisins in there and the nuts. But there we go. That's what they look like now. Right? That warmth from the oven felt good on my back. Okay. I'm going to keep doing this. And I'm going to have them in there 15 to 20 minutes. And I will check them, and hopefully at 15 minutes, maybe they'll be okay. I just want the egg to cook, really. And for them to be nice and golden or brown, whatever. We'll check them, and I'll be back. All right, everyone, so my day is done. It is now almost 7 p.m., guys, but at least I had dinner, and I did make these wonderful items here. I have my cucumber that I took out of the fridge with the onions. Let me show you. And I even added some little sweet tomatoes onto there, and they look fantastic. My punch, which I've already tasted this in front of you, and I've already said this is very refreshing. Yes. I've actually already tried the cookies because my husband and I tried them. I will say this. I used half the sugar. Go ahead and use all the sugar that it does ask for, because you might feel like it's not sweet enough. I feel like maybe I should have just done that and followed the recipe. But there is one thing that I will note about the recipe video that I saw. The lady, very nice, did do the cookies, and she just showed them already done and on a platter. But she doesn't actually grab one to taste one. And I don't know if this is just my problem or if it was a problem that she also encountered and maybe just didn't want to show it. But I'm going to show it. The one thing about them is that they are very crumbly. They do fall apart very easily. And it could be because I added the raisins and the walnuts. So we can add that fault to that. But if you want to try them the way the original recipe is, maybe do half and half. And add a little something to these and something not to the others. How's that? But anyway, they were very good. But I think the next time I do mine, I'm going to go ahead and use the amount of stevia or sugar that it asks for. And I'm just going to have one of these little cucumbers because I've been grabbing. Very nice. This, by the way, followed by this. Winner. And then of course, let me have a little crumb of this. Very nice. The way it is, the way that I made it, and because it's very crumbly, I think this would be great on top of some no sugar vanilla ice cream. You do these cookies and crumble it on top. It makes a nice crumbly topping, if anything. So there we go, everybody. Let me show you the cookies. I don't know if I did show you them up close, but there they are. And I do have, see, I made 3 dozen and I have 5 more still in the oven right now. And these are from the same 3 dozen that I have on the top here. They were just very crumbly and I didn't want to put them on here because it didn't make a pretty plate. And I had to take a picture. So that was my day. We got my hoe and my pruners, my little pruning scissors. I think I'm going to go ahead and, excuse me, I'm going to take some over to my mom's house, but I want to put some in a little container. I had another container that was bigger. I think I showed you that, but I feel like it's like a little too big. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour some of this liquid in here, the vinegar, and then I'm going to take this little jar, and this fork is clean because I didn't put that in my mouth. I just used it to grab the cucumber. Didn't lick my fingers. They're very clean. I washed them so that I could grab things and eat them. Okay, so there we go. Putting lots of cucumbers and onions in here. I'll save that one for myself. Okay. And I'm going to get some of them little tomatoes in there because I want it to look pretty. So just get those in there. Like I said, don't add the little tomatoes to the very end like you're ready to serve it. so they don't, you know, get all falling apart. But I'm just gonna put a few of them in here. I'm actually gonna snack on this. Okay, get that. Some more of those onions. Let me see how this looks with this amount of liquid. Oh, that looks pretty. Oh my goodness, what a pretty little jar. I feel like I want to add more. My husband's not into cucumbers, so really I'm the only one that's going to eat this. So, but at my mom's house, my brother's staying there, my sister-in-law, so I think they'll enjoy it. There we go. Look at that. It'd be pretty in a little mason jar. Put a little fabric over, maybe a little ribbon, and take this over to someone as a little gifty. Make sure you tell them that this is fresh. Put it in the refrigerator. Eat it up ASAP. If you don't want the little tomatoes in there, you know, maybe possibly falling apart and making the water look not so pretty, don't put them in. Just do the onions and the cucumbers. All right, everyone, I hope that you enjoyed my vlog today and that you will give me a big old thumbs up, because I'm going to give myself a big old thumbs up. Even though my first part of the day was kind of uneventful, I did do quite a bit on the second half of my day. So I know, and I've got a craft for you for Tuesday. Someone asked if I could do wind chime. So yes, I'm going to attempt making a wind chime. I've already got all the supplies, so it's going to be my next craft video. All right, everyone, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Hit that notification bell so you'll be notified of my videos, which is every Tuesday, every Friday, sometimes Monday or Thursday instead. Depends on how early I put it up. Anyway, leave a nice comment down below, and let's see what else. Share on your social medias, and as always, enjoy.